Yeah, buddy, welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Unapologetic Sports. It's your favorite in the building, League Ice, and you see I got my partner in crime.
Oh, jeez. There we go.
Come on, man, we got to do better than that. Let's do it again. I got my partner in crime.
Oh, jeez. That time I hit it, it didn't work.
All right, the last time I
All right.
got my partner in crime. It's the Fly Guy, y'all. Flying Brown. What's up, bro?
What's up, Lee Ice?
Trying to beat the heat, dog. It's hot out there.
Yeah, it was funny. I went to Kings Dominion over the week, over on Jesus, over the weekend, and it was like raining all day and cloudy, but it was still hot. Like it was.
We got the worst damn humidity ever. Definitely in the country. Trust me. The humidity in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area is terrible. Terrible, man. You just telling you just don't want to go outside. You outside, it just like grabs you, it smothers you, and just like get your ass back in the damn house, man. Everything good though?
Yeah, I think I got somebody sent me a message. It's supposed to be like 103 tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. Everything good with you?
Everything's good, man. I mean, I'm trying to wake up from this bad dream that I think I'm having.
Don't put the horse in front, or the cart in front of the horse, or whatever.
I think
I see your hat on.
I hope it's a bad dream. I hope this shit don't come to fruition. But damn. Anyway, let's thank everybody for tuning in last week's show, and thank everybody for tuning this week's show. Like I always say, I hope we can entertain y'all doing whatever you're going through. If you had a long day at work, come chill with us. If you're working out there in that damn heat, yeah, come chill with us, man. Get you a cold beer, some iced tea, some Kool-Aid, something. Come in, chill with us. Like I said, if your significant other, your dog, your cat, your pet, your bird, your goldfish, getting on your nerves, come chill with us. And we will promise you will have a good time for an hour. Give us an hour and 15 minutes. You leave smiling, laughing, all that good stuff. You ready to get things started?
Yes, sir.
Bring it up. Oh, this is backwards.
Well, you messed up, right? I was like, no, I got it right this time.
I messed up this time. Damn. What's going on? See, it's the heat, man. All right, bring it up. All right, man. Let's go. What's first on tap?
All right, so we got tons of basketball news to cover. We're gonna do some of it in the opening, like we normally do. We'll have Josh on a little later to do. He's gonna discuss the draft and talk about everything else we don't cover. We'll have Brian with a Y on at 7. We got the big soccer match tomorrow, but obviously the big thing going on in basketball right now. The big news is tonight, right now, is the WNBA Women's Commission Cup. Oh, see, I got you again. I knew you thought we're safe. I always got to change it up. So yeah, that's actually happened now. But it's actually, I know it's like one of the mid-season tournaments, but yeah, I think this is actually the two best teams in the league. So kind of like how we got in the NBA, where the in-season tournament was the Knicks and the Spurs. This could be the championship anyway. So this is actually happening right now. So if you're watching this, make sure you're watching us on your phone at the same time. All right. So obviously that's not the big basketball story. It's the end of an era. He's been there a long time. He's brought so much prestige to the franchise. It's time for the Lakers to say goodbye to King James, because he has informed them that he will be playing, but he will not be playing with them. And everybody's believing the reason he won't be playing with them is because he's going to be wearing this. And he's going to be wearing this, and this might be happening too.
Please don't let this happen.
So go ahead and...
Please don't. NBA guys, but don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me.
I mean, it's all, but I mean, with the Draymond Green thing where he opted, like, didn't take the whatever, but he's still supposed to come back. and then there was rumor, there was news. This has all been happening since like yesterday morning, and then it came out that they were going to pursue LeBron heavy and pursue Anthony Davis heavy, and then later in the day, or was it this morning, whatever, he announced that he's going to play, but he's not going to play for the Lakers. Where just last week we were talking, and I was teasing you about him coming, but all reports were he was going back to the Lakers. So,
You know, a couple weeks ago, you put that shit up as a joke. And now, see, you jinxed me, man. You did this. I blame this shit on you.
hey, it's good for the show. It's good for the network.
No. Why would this? What's even funnier is that Bronny declined. He declined an option, and then
For the Lakers.
right after his daddy said he wasn't coming back, they cut his ass. They cut Bronny.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah, they don't
whoever
want
picked
him
him
unless
up.
LeBron's there. We all know that was for the whole novelty thing. We
Oh
know
man,
that.
yeah. I mean, true Laker fans. I'm talking about true Laker fans. I'm not talking about LeBron fans. I'm talking about true Laker fans. They got to be happy that this bum is finally leaving this team. They got to be happy. And see, that's the thing. Laker fans, true Laker fans, like the Midnight Rider, you got to be happy that this guy and people, dumbass LeBron fans, he's one of the greatest Lakers and all. No,
No,
he
he's
wasn't.
really not.
No, he's not. I don't even think he's in the top 10 of all time Lakers.
I mean,
He brought him
Kareem Magic, Kobe, Shaq, just right off the top.
right
And
off
then
the top. I
yeah,
mean,
and you got Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, and then on and on and on. Yeah,
yeah. And see, you know your history. I mean, he brought him that one bubblegum championship. He had times where they didn't even make the playoffs. Then they had times where they got eliminated in the first round. You don't associate that with all-time great Lakers, but you can't tell LeBron James fans that. They look at the championship. Oh, it's the hardest championship ever.
because it was during COVID.
Whatever, man. Good rid.
That's,
Just please don't come to my Warriors. In team with Steph.
I mean,
That
it's
would be.
all
I
but
mean, that's my absolute worst nightmare. To have the player I hate the most join my favorite player.
hey, according to you, the top two players of the last 10 or 15 years is Curry and, well, I mean, yeah, but it's Curry and LeBron, and that's like Magic and Bird being on the same team
That's
now.
right.
See,
Exactly. I mean,
used to
I'm
be
not
them.
denying. I'm not denying that
Although
he's been
it's a little past their prime, but
yeah, but you don't put them two together. And no, like you said, that's like Bird and Magic at the end. Bird going to LA or Magic going
Boston.
to fucking Boston and no, you don't do that, man.
So Midnight Rider
But
said, "Have you seen my stories?" I don't know if he means that like the Facebook stories or because you talk about him being a real Lakers fan.
um, elaborate, Midnight Rider.
Yeah, and he said he's getting the U-Haul ready for going to LA to the Golden State. All right, so
LeBron,
there's
go
other.
just go back to Cleveland. Now, a guy that we had on or we was a part of a show, Chris Russell. He was talking about LeBron coming to the Wizards.
It's funny that
I
you
can
said that because
tolerate that.
yeah, my son Brian Jr. came in and he was like, LeBron's coming to the Wizards. I was like, what are you talking about? And he showed me, he pulled this up. I was like, yeah, I know that, but I was like, but all the talk is Golden State. He's like, no, I didn't see that. He's going to the Wizards. I was like, I don't think so.
He goes to the Wizards. I can tolerate that. I can tolerate that. I just him going to the Golden State Warriors playing with Steph. Draymond is his buddy, which is crazy because cost Steph his fifth ring. But anyway,
All
who
right, so
knows where?
there's other big trades. There's other big trades going on. So somebody that is coming back home, I guess technically, he got him a title. So Kawhi's going back, and the trade looks like this. So it's a little small, so let me get a little closer. So the Clippers will get Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, 1 pick swap, and 2 second-rounders, and the Raptors get Kawhi Leonard.
When I saw that, I'm not gonna lie, that shocked the hell out of me. Because when he got traded to Toronto, he was adamant, I'm here for 1 year and I'm out of here. And he did that. Got him a championship and got up out of there. And for him to say that's the only team he wants to go back to, that's crazy. No, I'll guarantee you nobody saw this coming.
Yeah, I mean, it was announced like a few hours ago that it was probably happening. And here at Sideline Junkies Podcast Network, we got a lot of we got a lot of pull in the business. So I actually have exclusive video of Kawhi's reaction when he was going back to the Raptors. I'm sure everybody that's watching has seen that if you're listening to it or whatever. But if you haven't, that's the very famous.
Play it again.
That's the very famous Kawhi Leonard laugh from. That's one of his first press conference with them, right? I think that was like when he was just going.
One of the guys in the press conference or something.
They asked him some kind of weird question, and he said something like, "I don't even know where you're at," and then he just laughed like that. And then
that is classic, man. But I know one guy who's gonna be happy for Kawhi. That's our guest later on. Josh.
Right. So we'll get more into that when Josh comes on. And we got one more trade real quick, and then I want to touch on one quick football thing before we go to flying high and deep freeze. So Morant. John Morant has been traded to the Trailblazers for Jeremiah Grant and Chris Murray. No picks, no nothing, just 2 players for one. I remember I was watching best when I was home all the time and I was sick and I was looking for anything to watch on TV. I remember watching, I think like when the Grizzlies were in the playoffs, I remember seeing him going, that guy's pretty good. Like I didn't know who he was or anything about it, but he's a head case. Like I had no idea he's his own worst enemy.
Man, he was so close to becoming the face of the NBA, and then it all went to hell. He liked to play with guns and hold them out and shoot them out in front of And his father doesn't help. His father likes to show up drunk at games and talk shit. So, but I'm hoping it work out for him because I like John Morant, man. His talent is crazy.
Yeah, because like I said, I didn't know who he was, and like the Grizzlies. They never really had that big name or anything, and then seeing him run, because I was like, this guy's doing he was busting his ass to win this game, and so it was some kind of playoff game that they were in, and I was impressed. And then I remember what happened to that guy, and I did some research, oh, he's his own worst enemy, but hopefully maybe going to the new scenery and maybe he can get it. So we got
I hope he turns it around. I mean, that Portland team. I mean. I know it's the West. The West is loaded, but he goes and joins Dame, and people forget what's his name, Danny Avdia, that used to be with the Wizards. That guy's good, man. They got a good little squad. I mean, they ain't better than the Thunder or OKC. I mean, OKC or the Spurs, but they can make a little noise if he gets back to playing like he used to, and he stays out of trouble. That team can make a lot of noise out there.
All right, so quick plug everybody that again is watching this knows that Tuesday Night Flight comes on after us, and I think they're going to get more in depth than this. But I wanted to get your thoughts on it, and I can give you mine if you want. Although, believe it or not, mine's just kind of indifferent. But so OJ Simpson's back in the news, believe it or not, and it's not for what he normally is in the news for. So everybody knows Buffalo built a new stadium. They just technically opened it, and they officially announced, because people were wondering, that he was in the original Wall of Fame. Obviously, he was the first player to ever be in the Buffalo Bills Wall of Fame, but they will not put him in the new Wall of Fame. He's still on the website. He's still acknowledged that he's a Wall of Famer or whatever you want to call it, but his name will not be in the new stadium. So just go ahead and give your thoughts on that.
I think it's bullshit. I mean, the guy wasn't convicted of what everybody assumed or thought he did. And when you talk about Buffalo Bills, pretty much that's the first name that comes up
Yeah, I mean,
is OJ.
I saw people saying that he was the best Bills player ever. It's either him or Bruce, I think is, I know that Kelly and Thurman, but it's between and Bruce is one of the top all-time greatest defensive players and guys in position. And at one time, OJ was the greatest running back.
It's OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
He's the best Buffalo Bill player ever. I mean, they didn't
If
win.
Josh can get a Super Bowl, he might surpass that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
mean, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but he's a legend. He's an
he is.
NFL legend. He's not just a Buffalo Bill legend.
No,
He's
he
an
is. He's one
NFL
of the
legend.
greatest running backs of all time. Yeah.
Yeah, and for them to
Um,
do that, that's crazy. You know.
as the Bills fan, I understand it from both point of views. I guess I mean I understand the Bills. I guess not one. I don't. I mean I don't know. Either way, you're going to get publicity if you put him
Hmm.
in. Although maybe if you just did it and didn't announce it, and maybe you walked into the stadium and said, "Oh, okay, he's still there." I don't know, but doing this does draw attention to it. I guess I get it from that point of view, for their point of view, but obviously fans and I didn't grow up watching OJ or see OJ or anything, but I mean I know OJ more from the Naked Gun movies than I did from him playing football. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, what he was accused of, and I think most people are convinced that he did do it, but he wasn't convicted of it. He had some trouble later on that he went to jail for, but that was, that wasn't murder, obviously. I know when this
Hmm.
gets brought up and talked about, for especially if you're a wrestling fan, obviously Chris Benoit thing, and Chris Benoit is not in any kind of wrestling Hall of Fame that's run by the WWE. He's not in it, and he never will be in it. And there's always a big argument for that, and there's a lot of fans that believe he should be. But the major difference is that although Benoit technically wasn't convicted of it, we know that he did it, and you can't really celebrate somebody for that. And I don't really look at this as celebrating OJ because he's already in it, right? He's already in it. It was just
That's what I'm saying.
literally moving
Yeah,
his
he's already
name.
in.
The fact that
So,
they didn't pull him off, but that was other ownership. But when the new owner Terry Pegula bought the team, he didn't take it down. He left it
mhm.
there. So to not carry it over is a little strange. It doesn't really make a whole lot
Now
of
you're a
sense.
Buffalo Bill fan.
I am.
Have there been like protests to take him out? You know.
No, I don't remember again when the new owner took over. This would have been 16, 2015, 16. I remember people like speculating maybe if they would, because Buffalo's only had one owner, and OJ played for Ralph Wilson. And when OJ, all that stuff happened, I think, they said, no, we're not going to do it. And then when the new owner took over, they didn't even acknowledge it. I don't think they made an announcement that they weren't going to, they just never did. I remember when I went to the stadium, I went in 19. I remember looking, I said, okay, there's OJ, 32, he's there. And you can still get his jersey, I think. And like I said, it's on the website. Buffalo Bills has their website has a Hall of Fame page, and he's
Hmm.
there. He's got a profile. He's got a whole thing about him, and obviously doesn't mention it. Just mentions the football stuff. So and his butt. I've been to the Hall of Fame. His bust is there. It's Nothing's been removed of him. This is the first thing that I guess has been removed technically.
I don't think. I mean, I get it, but to me, it's just. But Jim Kelly is better than OJ as a Bill. No, no,
That's from
no,
out of bounds, 1603. I'm not exactly positive. I mean, maybe it's just a fan.
no, 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 no. OJ is the greatest Buffalo Bill ever.
I mean,
That
a way to
man
look at
played
it. I
with.
mean, yeah, you can't compare eras, and again at different positions, but Kelly is never in any top 10 quarterback conversation, and OJ is always in top 10 running back conversation, arguably top five running back conversation. So that was,
Hmm.
and anyway, that's what I was saying about Bruce. Bruce in his position is what, top two, three, four of all time. So
What
that's why I would,
defensive end?
yeah, he's
Definitely. Okay, he's definitely top five.
right. And he has the sack record. I know OJ set his records. Kelly was very good, and they got to four Super Bowls with Kelly. And but they had Thurman Thomas. You could argue Thurman Thomas is above Jim Kelly It depends if you want to break it down.
Yeah,
So
Thurman Thomas is a very underrated. I
yeah,
think Thurman Thomas was a better build than Jim Kelly.
he
I
won the
mean,
MVP, and
yeah,
so and he was a big reason for that offense. He was a hybrid,
yeah.
running back receiver, and did a lot of different things for them.
He was the key to that engine,
Yeah.
man.
And then Mama Sweeney says, Lee Ice, I agree 100%. All right, so we touched on that. We both gave our opinions on it. That's coming up on Tuesday Night Flight. KG and me, spoiler alert, we'll be talking about that pretty more in depth. So, but we have to get to the hottest or coldest segments in all of sports
They
media, and that is Flying High with Flying Brian.
get the
Yeah,
win.
look at that. All right, so again, my dad has been bugging and bugging and bugging, and doesn't really fit after coming off a butt whooping from the suck ass Red Sox. But they do have a player that just won Player of the Week. So Luis Garcia Jr. is flying high for the Washington Nationals, and my dad is flying high too. They were doing pretty well. I think they're still above 500, but they had a couple losses, bad losses against Philly, that could have put them like closer to the wild card spot. But so for the week, he was batted uh, .526, which is really good. 9 RBI, 6 home runs. So he had a real good week. They can hit.
They got
I
the
got
offense. They just don't have no pitching.
yeah. He was over here the other day, and he was like, they were winning like 6-1 or whatever, or if it was 5-1, and he said, check the score for me, and I said I looked at it and I saw it was 5-3, but he was like talking. And as I went to tell him, I was like, "You want to know the score?" He's like, "Yeah." And I looked down, 5-5, like 20 seconds. I was like, "Jesus, dude." I was like, "I don't know. I feel so bad for him because I have it set on my where I get alerts for them. And every time I look down, it'll be 7-6 or 8. It's like they score, but they got no pitching.
No pitching. And that's going, you need pitching down the stretch and definitely in the playoffs in baseballs.
And then,
So
oh, yeah,
are they going to make a move for a pitcher? Probably not, you
yeah,
know.
probably not. I mean, they're like he
So,
said, he's. It's weird because baseball, like you can get excited for 3, 4, 5 years down the line. He believes they got a young team. They're showing a lot of promise with the hitting and all that. You just got to find a couple pieces with the pitching and all that. So he's very happy for the future. But anytime I can mention the Nationals, he bugs me to do it. So there it is. And then my last flying high is Lee Ice. Lee Ice is
mm,
flying high because his team's about to have the big dynasty, the big 3 or 4 if it's if Draymond stays, have a big 4. LeBron famously made famous the big 3, and now he's going to make famous the big 4 with Steph Curry. That's so funny. It's so good. I know it's bad, and like
it's-
if Josh went to Kansas
who
City,
is the most, who's the
it's good
player
for the
you
show.
hate the most in the NFL?
I mean, I guess it would be Brady, but I personally don't. Brady's just so good and so dominant. It's like I can't hate him. It's
Yes,
like
you can.
I mean, it's just it's like a kid, or it's like me trying to fight like Mike Tyson. Like, what am I gonna do? Like he beat us so bad. Like I can't even hate on it. But it was Tua because of all the hype he was getting and all the and he was and how and the 1 year that the Dolphins are going to win the division and he sucks and they own the Dolphins and
Right. It's a,
I don't hate Lamar, but living in this area
oh,
and them being compared a lot because they're both have MVPs, they're both really good in the regular season, but they can't give the Super Bowl to past Mahomes. Hearing his name all the time, he's the one that annoys me the most. Would be Lamar Jackson.
but I know someone who's climbing up on your hate list.
Drake,
Drake
man.
May.
Well, and again, and that's more the fan base. It's funny that you said that, because I have this pulled, I have this picture saved to talk. Oh, did I delete it? Oh, I deleted it. To talk trash about with Patriots fans, because again, they made the Super Bowl and they want to say Drake May's been in the Super Bowl and Johnson. That's fine, but I had a picture of a stat list of his numbers last season against teams below 500 and teams above 500, and they couldn't be more dramatic. I mean, and he's fine, and they made it to the Super Bowl despite him. Again, I've said it many times on this show. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's what maybe Patriots fans or other people think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be Rex Grossman, who's also been to a Super Bowl, but I also don't think he's the next Tom Brady. He may be more of a Jalen Hurts, where he's pretty good, but
Oh, Drake May? Nah,
yeah,
he ain't gonna be no Drake. Oh, hell no. He has too much talent. Nah.
more than Jalen
Everyone
Hurts.
say I hate on Jalen Hurts, but nah, Drake May's gonna be better than Jalen Hurts.
We'll see. All right, so that is. So let's get the hoodies on.
Oh, it's getting cold. I need the freezer. It's so hot in this damn area, man. Yes. Oh, look at that. I love it. 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 All right. Time to put these people in the freezer or the World Cup.
Okay.
The World Cup in their format after the game ties. What I can't stand is the penalty shot.
Oh, you didn't like it? Okay.
I don't like that, man. I can't. These guys, what the World Cup is what, every 4 years?
Yeah.
So these guys been busting their ass for 4 years. Okay? 4 years. For it to come down to basically a goalie making the wrong decision. That's what it come down to.
You like it in
To get
hockey?
everybody else on the field, it's going to come down to that. Your 4 years of hard work is going to come down to this goalie making the wrong decision.
But did you
Or
like it
right
in
decision.
hockey?
Huh?
You
No,
like it in
I
hockey?
don't.
No. Okay. Okay.
No, I don't. I hate that shit. No, just keep playing. Just keep playing. I don't understand that. Why don't they keep playing?
All right. Well, we'll talk. Well, I mean, Brian's
Yeah,
actually
we
in
gotta
the wings.
ask
He's
Brian with a
watching. So
why
yeah.
then.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so it's a lot of basketball news. All of this is just okay. I'm gonna start with the Charlotte Hornets. They go in the freezer because they traded their best player, LaMelo Ball, and they got Nas Reed back, who is a decent player. One of the things they got back was a 2033 pick.
Yeah, I saw that. I meant to bring that up. Maybe I asked Josh too, but is that a basketball thing or is this just a weird thing?
It think about this 2033, which means they traded him for a 12-year-old. Okay.
Yeah.
The guy is like the player they're going to get is
Yeah.
probably
He's in
12.
middle school or high school. Yeah.
Yeah, 12 or 13 at the most. And you traded your best player for that. So, Charlotte, you go in the freezer. Next, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Well, dude, why are you putting the Cavaliers in the freezer? Because they're about to give James Harden a new contract. Anybody,
That's why LeBron ain't coming.
anybody who signs James Harden to a contract deserves a lifetime residency.
Oh
And
wait. Oh,
Mike Reed.
hold on. Need one of these?
Yes. Yep.
Need one of
Yep.
these.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me fix the. Where's it? There we go.
Why?
In the Hall of Fame.
Why would you re-sign this guy? This guy is what, 35 at least? He is who he is. He's gonna disappear every year in the playoff. So Cleveland Cavaliers, get your ass in the freezer.
So that means
Yeah.
this is the Hall of Fame freezer. James Harden and the team that's signing him are the only so far officially the only people in Lee Ice's Hall of Fame
Every
freezer.
team that signs James Harden, they're in the Hall of Fame Lee Ice freezer. Last team I'm putting in the freezer, the Boston Celtics. Maybe Josh can come on here or someone else watching. Can you please tell me why they're trying to get rid of Jaylen Brown? He's a top 10 player, one of the best two-way players in the game, and you're trying to get rid of him. You know, why?
Well, here's the thing with go ahead.
No, help me. Why?
Well, yeah, here's the thing with that. I don't necessarily think they were wanting to get rid of him. I think they wanted Giannis. And then they thought they were going to get Giannis. we're going to use him to get Giannis. And when they didn't, it's out there now that they were trying to trade him. So they got to kind of
Yeah.
double down on it and maybe just because
But
now
this
he's
they did the
pissed.
same thing last year, I think.
Yeah, that's right. It was out there that they might, yeah.
So
But this was
why? I mean,
like they had to. I mean, they had it ready to go. Here you go, and oh, never mind. He's going somewhere else.
mhm. This is crazy, man. So that's it. Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers, Charlotte Hornets, and the penalty shootout. They all in the freezer.
Who's it? Who's in the Hall of Fame freezer again?
The team that
Yeah.
the Cleveland Cavaliers in. Any team that signs James Harden to a contract will always be in the freezer. So
All
there you
right.
go.
So we started off freezer with some FIFA talk, and we'll have Brian with a Y coming on right after this, and we'll still discuss the penalty shots and his opinion on it, and huge game tomorrow. So we'll be right back.
You still gotta think about me. Want someone to hold. You can put me on airplane mode. You can put me on. You still gotta think about me. Want someone to hold. You can put me on airplane mode. You can put me on.
I think the flight was having a little turbulence on that one. Hold
Mhm.
on. All right.
All right, Mr. Brian,
How's it going, gentlemen?
how's it going, bro?
Good, good, good.
All right, so obviously we got a lot to talk about, and we'll do most of it about the U.S. But me and Lee Ice, we purposely don't share each other's freezer or high flying, so we get real reactions from it. So I had no idea that was coming. So let's go ahead. You were watching, right? So you
I
saw that.
was.
All right, so go ahead and give your opinion on the penalty shots, and then just talk about it in general.
I understand the opinion, and I
Okay.
get the fact that you feel like it's a lot, kind of like riding on that situation. And my argument with that would be, you have 90 minutes plus an additional 30 minutes to score a goal. So you can't really blame it on whether or not the goalie dies the right way or the wrong
Right.
way. If you spend 90 minutes plus an additional 30 minutes and you don't score, then you leave it up to the hands of the goalie. So I would put it more on the rest of the players.
So it's a total of 2 hours of play before they
Yeah,
go to the penalty shots.
yeah, yeah. So you
Okay.
have 2 hours to score a goal. So
Yeah.
if you
See
can't
that.
score, if you can't score
Okay.
a goal in 2 hours, then it's that's on you, and I you can't really blame it on how the penalties play out.
I kind of get that point of it. Yeah. See, now I didn't watch it live. I saw the highlights of the penalty kicks. And to be
Yeah.
honest with you, I feel like that's the first time I've ever seen. I mean, I know it's not the first time it's happened. Again, I don't pay one pay
Oh, it was the
attention on
worst
soccer.
penalties I've ever seen. That was
Yeah.
the worst
When they were
worst set
hitting
of penalties
posts and they
I've
were
ever
diving the
seen.
other way.
It
Yeah.
was so bad. That is not normally how it plays out. That was the worst penalties I think I've ever seen in the World Cup.
All right. So real quick,
My
oh, go ahead.
wait. No, my thing is okay. If this was like during a regular season, okay. But like I was saying, man, these guys bust their ass for 4 years to get to this point. They should be able to decide the game, not just.
Here's the other part of that, and I hear you. I would say, if you so we just talked about, they've been playing for 2 hours, right? Now there are substitutions, right? There's five subs now, but you only have five subs on. So the other guys that are on the field have been running around for 2 hours. What's going to end up happening is someone's going to make a bonehead mistake because they're tired. They're going to make a bad play. They're going to and that's how the game's going to end. I think I understand that, but I think I would rather watch it. At least it's exciting, as opposed to some guy makes a stupid play because he's exhausted and gives it up the ball, and the guy walks in and scores a goal. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's the other side of it, and I understand. But penalties normally are not like that. So normally it's a much more exciting thing, as opposed to kind of a debacle of everybody can't seem to score situation.
It's funny because in hockey, It's the opposite. They do penalty shots in regular season, but they don't do them in the playoffs. You play until the goal scored.
Yeah.
So,
But
Well,
in
that's what I'm
hockey,
saying.
that's the thing
It's
too, though.
okay for the regular season.
In hockey, a lot of times in the playoffs, it's an error because someone's exhausted. I mean, that's what ends up happening, and then someone scores because someone makes a bonehead play and they're tired, and So I don't know. I can see it both ways, I guess.
but you personally, you like the penalty shots.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is that that golden goal, that's the first person that scores and that kind of thing. I just don't. Me personally, I'd rather go to penalties. And I say that I say that until my team's actually in the penalty situation, and then I dread that because it's like you said, it's terrifying. You have a situation where you outplay the other team the whole game, and then you lose because your guy kicks it over the bar or the goalie makes a great save or something like that.
All right. Obviously, we want your full breakdown on tomorrow. But before we
Yep.
do that, there was a couple big upsets already.
Yes.
So yeah. So go ahead, and I know Brazil was maybe on the verge of getting upsetted.
Yep.
And then they pulled it out. And then and then the two they've already escaped my mind. So we had two major upsets.
So Brazil, almost, like you said, it could have lost to Japan. I think that Brazil has not played as well as most people thought coming into the tournament. So to me, honestly, I thought Japan was going to give them trouble, and they did. That game could have gone the other way. But I think it's one of those situations where, at the end of the day, like a lot of times, and you'll see this with most teams, the cream rises to the top, as they say. So, Brazil is a better team than Japan. Tournament football is what it is, and sometimes there's upsets. But as far as the other games go, so the Netherlands got knocked out and Germany got knocked out. The Paraguay knocking out Germany
makes us look better, right?
It's a bigger upset. That's a bigger upset. That's kind of one of the situations, the penalties we talked about, but that's a pretty big upset. Now, I will say this: historically, Germany's a good team. This Germany team is not an amazing team. So I don't think that Germany was a realistic team that could have made a deep run in the tournament. They probably would have come up against somebody and a decent side, and they would have get knocked out. And then the other side, the other one's the Netherlands and Morocco. Remember Morocco? Well, you guys may not know. So AFCON is the big tournament in Africa.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Okay, so they went to they went to the final in that. Okay. They lost to Senegal, but actually because of some crazy stuff, they were awarded the trophy after the tournament. But they went to the final, and they made a really deep run in the last World Cup. They were like the big story in the last World Cup. So for Morocco to beat Netherlands is not a huge upset. It's kind of my dark horse, and I don't really call them a dark horse, but I think Morocco could make a run. And the Netherlands is one of those teams, although they have a lot of talented players, they are not the strongest Netherlands team they've been. So it's another kind of like Germany. I don't think they were really a favorite to win the tournament. To me personally, it's not a huge upset, but it's a big story because Netherlands and Germany historically have been teams that have been to finals and won World Cups and things like that. So it's a big deal when those teams go out.
All right, real quick before we get to the full breakdown, so we got a few questions for you. So the 30 minutes that the extra, is that sudden death or they play the full 30? Okay.
It's two 15-minute halves. So they'll play a 15-minute half, switch sides, and play another 15-minute half. So it's basically like two mini halves. And it'll be 30 extra minutes. And then at that, if it's still tied at the end of that. So you could hypothetically have both teams score two more goals, and then you still go to penalties.
Do penalty kicks. Okay. And then Midnight Rider said, he fixed it. Penalty kicks are the great equalizer, so he's a fan. So it looks like Leroy might be in a minority of that.
Well, I don't know. In the first episode, I think we talked that I did with you guys. I think I told you there's a European final where the best defensive team and the best offensive team played each other in a game, and it went all the way to penalties. And basically, the defensive team held off the offensive team the whole time, and then when it got to penalties, the team that won was the offensive team. So
right? Yeah, I did remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it will all shake out in the way it should normally at the end.
All right, so tomorrow's the knockout round.
Yep.
So just go ahead, give your full breakdown analysis,
Yep.
and then your official prediction.
Yeah, so we play Bosnia and Herzegovina. So, but I would say honestly, we're favored to win this game. We should be favored. We are a better team than them. I think it's going to be interesting to see how they play. I think that Bosnia basically should come at us, to be honest with you. I don't think they should sit back. I think that that would be a better strategy for them. We have done very well in this tournament so far, breaking down some teams. We did it against Paraguay, did it against Australia. And I think if they sit back, I think that we will break them down. If we played like we did, especially the first two halves of those first two games, I think we'll break them down. I think we'll win. They have some talented players. Like most teams that get this far in the tournament, you start running into teams that have a couple kind of really good players. They have some good players. Both their wingers are really talented. And if they play both those guys, which will be interesting to see if they do, because they might play more defensive, if they play both those guys and attack us, I think they could do some damage. They have some fast players. They're probably going to sit back and they're probably going to look for counterattacks. Ironically, it's funny the way that we've played these couple of teams, Paraguay, Australia, and now Bosnia. If we get through this game, we will become that team most likely. That going forward in this tournament, we will start being the team that more probably sits back more, tries to, not have as much possession and kind of attacks on counterattacks and things like that. So it'll be interesting. If we get through this game, we're going to probably have to change our strategy of how we've been playing.
Okay. And then, so you said your favorite. So give your official prediction and just give a score. I know it's a little different for soccer, but
Oh man. I think the U.S. wins. I don't think it's going to be easy.
okay.
I think we probably win 2-1,
Okay.
maybe 3-1. So like maybe we're up 2-1 and they push forward trying to get that extra goal and we get a goal at the end. I think that it's probably going to be 2-1. That's what I'm thinking, and I think we win. But I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be like we're going to roll over them. These guys are big and strong. There's a couple things you need to know. They beat Italy in a playoff. They beat Wales in a playoff. They beat some strong teams to get here, to get into this tournament. Like they're a good side and they have good players. And we should not underestimate this team. I don't think the coach is. I don't think the players are. But I think the media, what I've heard a lot of people is like, oh, this is Bosnia. We're going to roll over this team. I don't think we are. I don't think we're going to roll over this team. I think it's going to be tight, but I think it's a winnable game and we should win it.
So would it be a huge disappointment if they lose? I mean,
Yes. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, the way we've been playing. Now, if you had told me that we lost in the round of 6 or round of 32 coming into the tournament, when it said, is it a huge disappointment? I would say, yeah, I'd be disappointed. I think, we should make it to, the 16, the quarterfinals. That's where I think success is. But, we've lost in this round, the first round, knockout round before. It wouldn't be a massive, thing that if it happened. But the way we've been playing, and honestly, and I take out the Turkey game because we made 9 changes, and I don't really look at that game as an issue. If the way we played against the first 2 games, if we don't win tomorrow, yes, I'd be very disappointed.
All right, just real quick for you go. This is just for me personally. It's a little stupid. So for MMA fans, there's a thing called MMA math, and probably boxing too. This guy beat this guy, then this guy beat that guy, so that means it's on and on and on. But that's not never how it works.
Yeah.
So I know, fans that don't really know, Paraguay, right? They just beat Germany.
Yep.
And we destroyed Paraguay.
Yes.
Does that mean anything?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I mean, to a certain extent. I mean, it's all like on game day. It's all about like who you're playing and who's healthy, and there's a lot of different factors, right? But yeah, to a certain extent, I think what you can say about that game is that people talked about the fact that we beat Paraguay, and people said, "Oh, Paraguay's not a good team." I heard a lot of that afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. What Paraguay did, and they did in their qualifying coming through South America, was they were very, very good defensively. They won a bunch of games in a row. They beat really good sides in South America. And there's hard teams in South America. And they did it because they played a defensive style, and they didn't score a ton of goals, but they basically did that to Germany. That's what they did to them. They did what they wanted to do to us, they did to them. And they got the penalties like they wanted to, and they won on penalties. And they probably shouldn't have. I mean, if you looked on paper, Germany is probably a better team, just like we're a better team. But that's what happens in this tournament. Sometimes you go up against a team and they just have an amazing, like the goalie stands in their head, or like as they say, or their defense just plays amazing, and they shut down the best players, and that's the thing. The game tomorrow night, Bosnia could play out of their minds. Their goalie could have the best game of his life. And like I said, they have a couple good. They have a really, really good veteran player. They have some really good young players. They get a weird goal and sit back and defend for 90 minutes and then win the game. It's possible. Like that's what happens in tournament football. That's why it's the knockout rounds. You know what I mean? It's win or go home. And you have to show up, and that's what the U.S. has to do tomorrow. They have to show up, and they have to play the way they did that first half in those first two games, and they just have to go in there and win that game.
All right, man. So we'll have you on next week no matter what. Hopefully we'll have you on for a few more weeks. But so, yeah, win or lose, we'll have you on. We'll recap it, everything, and we'll catch up. All right. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Up the U.S.
Yep.
Cheers.
Yeah. All right. So we will be right back. When we come back, a lot more basketball talk. We'll cover the draft a little bit and get Josh's thoughts on the Big Four. All right, welcome back to the show. I have Josh muted. Let me fix that. Okay. What's up, Josh?
What's up, Fly Guy? How you doing, my buddy?
Good, man. Got a lot to talk about.
Yes. Has anything happened today in the NBA?
Yeah, I think Leroy left. I think, or Lee Ice left the show. He don't even want to talk about it. We gotta honor this man.
Yeah. What's a basketball show not honoring that man?
And then we got to talk about the Big Three, maybe Big Four.
Oh God, man! Yeah, see, it's Brian's fault, man. He put that shit up there 3 weeks ago as a joke, and now it's happening.
Man, I would like to put a request in.
Oh, sure.
If LeBron James signed with the Warriors, I want to come on this show every week during the NBA season. Every week, I want to come on this show. So if that happens, can we make that happen?
Yeah, but we had you on for the playoffs for Basketball 101. We'll have Basketball 101 all
season. I'm talking about from the first week to the end of the season.
No problem.
Even during football season, just give me about 3 to 5 minutes, and I'll be good. Man, listen. This would be music to my ears if LeBron James signed with the Warriors, because Fly Guy, I'm talking to you, buddy. You work with a co-host, right? That his two favorite people to shit on. One helped his man win 2 rings. He was the Finals MVP twice. Cool. I let that go. That did happen. You know about that. That happened in 2017 and 2018. Hey, Fly Guy, guess what? I said this last week. In 2019, Kevin Durant basically had a bad ankle, right? Bad leg, right? Bad leg. But he was so invaluable. They asked that man to play when the season was on the line. That's crazy how that worked, right? So Kevin Durant was one, and then guess who the number 2 guy is? But he's really number 1. Can you imagine that Steph Curry throw a pass out to that man right there? That young, vibrant, 41, handsome young man. Steph Curry throw a pass out to him, and LeBron dunked the ball. Oh man. This is woo. Let me tell you something. This is Christmas for me. This is LeBron. I'm talking to you, brother. We have not always seen eye to eye. We might not always see eye to eye on a lot of things. But please, brother, please go to the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, going down there. Yeah. Now listen, I did tell y'all Anthony Davis. I don't think Anthony Davis going to the Warriors. I said that on my show. He was. I don't think he's going. The Wizards said they don't want to trade him. So, and according to somebody, Kristaps Porzingis is so good. They re-signed him, so they should be good. They don't need Anthony Davis. They don't need. You don't believe that, sir. You know you don't believe that. You don't believe that. I see.
I believe he's good. I don't think he's better than Davis.
Hey, Fly Guy. He got this Warrior stuff on today. Why got this Warrior stuff on today?
Because he knows the goat's coming. That's why.
Who coming?
The goat. Well, I mean, I say that. I say that tongue in cheek though. I don't.
No,
I don't
you
believe
good.
it.
Wait a minute. Time out. Let's just go along with it. So if the GOAT joined the Warriors, you know, I just go along with the conversation.
Right.
Along with the conversation in this conversation, LeBron's the GOAT. So if he joined the Warriors, who the Warriors' best player, Fly Guy?
Not the guy in the middle.
Yeah, he's not there.
Oh,
so
he's not there yet.
Yeah, you even talk about 6 or 30. So who the best player on the Warriors, Fly Guy?
Bro,
That's
let's
an
see.
easy
So we
decision.
made the joke about it earlier. If Bird went to
Because
the
he's
Lakers or
coming.
Magic went to the Celtics, who would have been the best?
There you go.
Yeah.
He gonna start with this. He coming to Steph team. So with Steph, no.
Hold on,
No.
let me see
Coming
if
to
his. I think his
Steph's team,
mic's
buddy.
on mute. Or his
Steph don't
mic
lead.
is on mute. Let me check it. Oh, maybe it is because I can't hear him. Hold on. I was being funny. All right, so Leroy,
Yo, my mic is muted.
I can't hear you.
For real?
I can hear Lee.
You can hear him? That's funny because that's weird. I can't hear him.
I can hear
You can't hear?
All right, let
He
me,
can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Lee Ice, I can hear you. If
Good.
you
You
can hear
talk.
me.
I'm gonna jump in, jump out, and jump back in.
Okay. So
So,
no, go ahead. The floor is yours.
he's coming to Golden State. He's coming to. See that? Coming to 3-0's team. 3-0 will always be the best on that team.
Always.
So, who's the best? Okay. How about this question for you? Who's the best old guy in the league right now? Is it LeBron? Can LeBron carry a team? No. Is it Kevin Durant? We saw what he did in Houston. He went to go play with some young bucks. No.
All right.
Don't even get me started on James Harden.
No.
Is it your boy Kevin? Is your boy Kawhi Leonard? No. The best old guy. This guy right here.
We will address Kawhi Leonard in a second because I have to eat some crow on Kawhi Leonard. But let me start off. Let me go back by saying Steph. If you said who's the best old guy in the league,
it's not even close.
I definitely think it's close because the Warriors didn't make the playoffs. The Rockets made it.
I wonder why the Warriors didn't make the playoffs.
Well, why did it?
Somebody missed basically the whole second half of the year.
You talking about Jimmy Butler?
Huh?
You talking about Jimmy Butler?
That's right. And Butler's still there too. So you have a big five. You have Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, and Steph.
No 38-year-old player. No 38-year-old player, including LeBron James, including Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Well, Kareem still. Nobody averaged what Steph averaged. Steph still had to carry a team at 38. LeBron hasn't been the best player on his team since he left Cleveland.
He was the best team on the Lakers when Davis was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the best player when
Hell no.
Oh.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was the best.
No,
player.
he wasn't.
He was the best player. Now I think it was more. I think it was more co-shared. I'll give you that. It was more like even. I'll give you that. Like AD. I'll give you an example. I thought AD should have won the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
But I get.
Well, put it this way: 2019, they didn't make the playoffs. AD gets there and they win the damn championship.
Okay, I can't.
But hold on. But what he just said. If LeBron goes to Golden State and they win another championship, he just hurt himself with that. Then it was LeBron
we were talking about who was the better player.
Well, but if Curry and them didn't go with LeBron recently, and LeBron gets there and then they win, then LeBron is the reason because LeBron did it, right?
Well, the player that won the most recent championship is this guy right here.
Well, for that team.
Yeah, for the OG.
And he did it as the best player on his team, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
For the OGs, yeah. But for me, again, I hope LeBron goes to the Warriors. I'm looking at the options. They said the Heat. I'm not really buying that because the Heat front court is already stacked with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Pat Riley ain't dealing with LeBron bullshit no more, man.
And Bobby Portis. So you got 3 forwards right there. So now the other team I saw was it was the Heat, the Warriors, and what was the other team?
Well, my son thinks it's the Wizards, but I don't think that.
Oh yeah, hell no. LeBron ain't going to the Wizards. What's the other team? It was the Heat, the Warriors, and the Cavs. Now, I'm gonna say this. If he went to the Cavs, I think the Cavs could win the East.
With Harden?
I think they could win the East.
Yeah, because Harden just
with Harden.
resigned, man.
Hell yeah. Because LeBron will take Harden. Basically, what'll happen is they would need Evan Mobley to make another step. We already want defensive player. Yeah, they need him to make another step. So now you make him your second best player behind Donovan Mitchell. If LeBron your third best player, yeah, you good with that. In the East, oh yeah, you good with that. You can win the East with that. I don't know if you can win the championship, but you can definitely win the East with. If he went to the Cavaliers, they would be my favorites to win the Eastern Conference. I would have to landscape it on how they could win the championship, see where they would play, but they could win the East. The Knicks won the East. I'm not trying to disrespect the Knicks. Like, listen, I do a show with a Knicks fan, Perry. If you watching this, I'm not disrespecting your team. I love you. But
he'll be on in a few minutes.
No. Then I gotta go.
No, for the Tuesday night flight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So my point is that Perry, I love you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Uncle all love. Shout out to the Tuesday night flight guys, KG and the Midnight Ride. Those guys do an amazing job. But again, getting back to LeBron with the Cavaliers, I think that's his best chance to win a championship. Listen, LeBron can join them Ben Gay guys in Golden State. They're going home in the first or second round. They're going home. They're not beating the Spurs. They're not beating the Thunder. They're not beating them.
He said the Ben Gay guy.
They're not beating them. They
I'm
know
gonna
that. You know that. That's why I can't say nothing. They
would become the 2004 Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, time out. No, they wouldn't. The 2004 Los Angeles Lakers went to the finals and lost. Let me
say it again. They will become the 2004 Los Angeles Lakers.
No, so the Warriors will go to the finals?
They will become the 2004 Los Angeles Lakers.
You heard it here
they
first.
Will go to the finals.
You right. Hey, Fly Guy. This how we do in our community when we hear BS. How much you want to put on that?
If that bum comes to the Warriors and AD, they will be the 2004. They might win the championship. They might win the championship.
I just told you. You time out. You
don't like the guy, but I ain't stupid.
Yeah. But you just called the man a bum and then said they're gonna win the championship. That makes that
with AD.
They're not.
I don't like them, but I ain't stupid.
The Warriors are not getting Anthony Davis.
Okay.
I'm breaking that. I'm breaking that story now. I'm not Sean Sharanya. They're not getting Anthony Davis.
Okay. What's up with your boy
I'm the same
Kawhi?
guy that thought they would. They're not getting it.
What's up with your boy Kawhi?
So Kawhi Leonard in 2019, he won the championship in June of 2019. He beat the Golden State Warriors. Klay Thompson got hurt. Kevin Durant got hurt. The Raptors took advantage. Kawhi Leonard was the Finals MVP. 1 month, not even a month later, probably 2-3 weeks later. You in that time frame, you have the NBA draft, and then you have the Summer League, which you currently have now. Shout out to the NBA Summer League. You have 3 Summer Leagues. You have the California Classic. You have the Salt Lake City Summer League. Then you have the actual Summer League that's in Vegas. So in 2019, in July, I think it was July 5th or 6th in 2019, the Los Angeles Clippers made a trade. They traded Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and everything for Paul George. And in that moment, there was an earthquake in Las Vegas. They stopped the Summer League game. Summer League game was stopped. In fact, Zion Williamson was playing the New York Knicks in that Summer League game. The building was shaking. It was a shake. Cool. Paul George got traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. In that moment, Kawhi Leonard signed with the Clippers. For the next 5 years, I picked the Los Angeles Clippers to win the NBA championship. Not only to win the NBA championship, to make the NBA finals. I love Kawhi Leonard. People know how I feel about Kawhi Leonard. But I am honest about what I see. I'm not going to lie because I like the brother, because I like him. I'm going to cover for him. No, I'm going to tell the truth. Biggest disappointing free agent sign in the NBA in the last 15 years was Kawhi Leonard and Paul George going to the Clippers. They didn't do anything. Now, the one year I thought they were going to do something, Kawhi Leonard in 2021 was running down the middle of the court. He bumped right into Boban Bogdanovic's knee of the Utah Jazz. He tore his ACL. The Clippers won that series. They beat the Jazz 4-2 to advance to the Western Conference Finals, where they played Devin Booker, Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton, and Chris Paul. I still think if Kawhi Leonard's there, they win that series. However, we can do ifs, fifths, should-haves, whatever. Can't do that. The Suns won that series. The Clippers were a disappointment under Kawhi Leonard's stewardship. He has to own that as a fan of his. I have to own that, and I do. Now, as far as him going to the Toronto Raptors, I think this makes the Toronto Raptors a top 4 team in the Eastern Conference. You have Scotty Barnes, you have Kawhi Leonard, you have Iman Quickly, you have Colin Murray Bowles, I think that's his name, rookie, defensive. He can do a little bit of everything, especially on the defensive side. I think this makes the Toronto Raptors a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. And if you're a top 4 seed in your conference, there's a chance you can make the NBA Finals. So let's just see how the rest of the offseason goes. Let's see what Toronto does. Let's see if they fortify that bench, make some more moves, etc. But I love the move for the Raptors. As far as the Los Angeles Clippers, this was in the works 3 years ago when they didn't re-sign Paul George. They were telling you we wanted to get younger. When last year, when they traded James Harden, they were telling you they wanted to get younger. They traded a Vince Zubac for 3 picks, which ended up being 1 pick, ended up being the number 5 pick, Keaton Wagler of the drafted out of Illinois. Got drafted number 5 this past current draft. So the Clippers are telling you they wanted to go younger. I expect the Clippers, the next time they make a move to go get a Kawhi Leonard and Paul George type, they will be extra safe. They will wash their hands, they'll dot their I's, and they will cross every T they need to make before they make that mistake again. Colossal failure, Kawhi Leonard era with the Clippers. I love them with the Toronto Raptors. And can we do that? Can we say that one more time?
Go here again.
That's my dog, and I think he'll do well in Toronto. Shout out to 6, man.
All right,
What's
then
up
you got.
with,
Okay.
Tell me about the Ja Morant trade. You think that's obviously he had to get out of Memphis. Think this is a good move for him if he straightened back up?
I think a change of scenery was always good for Ja Morant. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a Unapologetic Sports is a great sports show. However, there's another great sports show out, ladies and gentlemen, you guys should watch. It's called Highly Opinionated. I said this shit 2 years ago. The Grizzlies shouldn't have traded Ja Morant. If you go look at my Instagram story, you can see it on there. I said this 2 years ago with my great co-host, my good brother, the host of the Club JG podcast, and obviously co-host of Highly Opinionated JG. In sports, we need to learn when to hold them, and we need to learn when to fold them. The Memphis Grizzlies are still trying to hold that ace of spade. No, it ain't the same ace of spade no more, baby. You gotta let that shit go.
Yeah, they got 2 players for it. That's it.
Yeah, nah. If they would have traded Ja Morant 2 years ago, they would have had them 2+ players plus 5 picks, a pick swap, my mother, his grandmother. They would have had everybody. Now they just got now. Let me put it like this: instead of having a house, they got a room in the house. I want the whole house. I don't want a room in the house. You have to, as I was saying, you have to learn how to hold them. You have to know when to hold them. You have to know when to fold them. That's all sports. They held too long. This is what happens when you hold too long. The value, the asset keeps decreasing and decreasing and decreasing and decreasing. And my last thing on Ja Morant, hopefully he can go to Portland, get this situation together. Ja, I believe in you. I know I've been hard on you, on Highly Opinionated, but I truly believe that you can get your act together in Portland. And I look forward to seeing what happens. Portland got too many guards, though. They got him, Ja Morant, Drew Holiday, Damian Lillard, and Shaedon Sharpe, and Scoot Henderson. So, man, somebody got to go. So we'll see what happens during the offseason, but I like the new change of scenery for Ja Morant. I'll say it like this. Portland ain't Memphis. You should fit in very, very well in Portland. You shouldn't have no problems in the great state of Oregon. You feel me? That is not Memphis, Tennessee. Portland does not have the same attractions that Memphis, Tennessee has.
Tell me why the Charlotte Hornets traded LaMelo Ball for Naz Reid and a 12-year-old.
Another one, if you've been watching Highly Opinionated, I said this, JG said this a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. You said, why did they? Because LaMelo Ball plays like a 12-year-old. So I'd rather trade for a 12-year-old in the future that I can mature and nurture than a 12-year-old that's already set and solidified in his ways. LaMelo Ball is an extreme great basketball talent. He has no substance. You can't win in life if you don't have any substance. You can make money. You can have a name, but you ain't going to win in life if you don't have no substance. His game is flash. It has no substance. Bro, you shooting half court. You're not Steph. Steph don't even do that on a regular basis. Run the offense. Run the offense the way it needs to be run.
If he gets with the right coach, you can win with him. Jason Williams, years. Played out of control. He went to Miami and and won a championship. I see
Jason Williams.
Jason Williams.
We're gonna do that. Jason Williams was like the 7th best player on that team. Let's stop. Like Jason Williams, they could have went. Gary Payton had more valuable minutes in that finals than Jason Williams. Again, you can say that. You are who you are. And LaMelo is who he is. You think Chris Finch, that coach that's going to hold him accountable? He didn't hold Julius Randle accountable. Man, I'm good on that. Listen, in the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder, with their first pick, they drafted Adore Mar. He's 7'3". Guess what they also did? They re-signed on Isaiah Hartenstein. Guess what they also did? They who else did they re-sign? They re-signed Isaiah Hartenstein. They drafted the 7'3" center. They also brought majority of their key guys back. The Spurs, they drafted a center. They drafted a power forward, a center, and another power forward in their 3 of their 4 draft picks. The best teams in the West are getting taller. The Minnesota Timberwolves are getting shorter. Make it make sense.
Why Boston want to get rid of Jaylen Brown?
It's not that Boston wants to get rid of Jaylen Brown. Boston wants to maximize the value of Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has to understand one thing. They're trading you for Giannis Antetokounmpo and Kevin Durant. They're not trading you for Joshua Walker. Shut the hell up. You should understand what the hell is going on, brother. You should totally understand what the hell is going on.
I saw that exact take on another show.
Oh, on my show or somebody else?
Another.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I would take Jaylen Brown over Kevin Durant right now. You trying to tell me Kevin Durant's better than Jaylen Brown right now? Right now. Who's going to make your team better, Jaylen Brown or Kevin Durant?
Fly guy. What this guy is failing to mention, bro, I'm talking about 3 years ago, they were trying to trade him for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was on the Nets. Kevin Durant was a better fly guy. I'm talking to you. Kevin Durant was a better player. Kevin Durant was a better player. Kevin Durant was a better player when he was on the Nets than what Jaylen Brown was when he was.
That was 2 years ago. No.
Yes, well, 2-3 years ago. Yeah, they were trying to trade him for Kevin Durant. When Kevin Durant wanted to be out of Brooklyn, Boston sent an offer. The man is being offered for. Listen, I'm not trying to debate places. The man is being offered for arguably 2 of the top 25 to 30 players to ever play in the
league. You won a championship with him. With him winning the MVP.
Yeah, you're right. The Lakers won 3 championships for Shaq as the MVP, and they traded his ass because they wanted Kobe to be the man. Listen, things happen. Jaylen Brown also said this past season was his best season ever. That was a shot at Jason Tatum. I mean, you know that. Sir, listen. I'm not trying to rock up no card. I'm just being honest. You know how when y'all come on y'all show and y'all talk about how this place is different from the last place, you know what you're indirectly doing? You're taking a shot at the last place. That's what you're doing, right?
But I want to do that.
But hear me out though. You would agree that's either an indirect or a direct shot at the whole place. Thank you, bro.
That's by design. Point. But yes, I know what you're saying.
That's my point, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like,
so it's a shot because he told the truth. Sir, I love you all. There's no way in hell you had more fun losing in the first round than winning the finals MVP. Make that make sense, sir. I'm here all night. You can call me after the show. Make that make sense. How the hell you had more fun losing in the first round? No, he said he had his best year. Ain't that's what he said?
He said he had fun, best year, whatever. That makes no sense. I
mean, he did. I mean, he carried the team to the playoffs.
And they lost in the first round.
Okay, they should have lost in the first round.
You said
I mean, the man he told the truth.
Oh, okay.
All right. The draft happened last week. It's a week old. Besides the top 4 picks, who do you think is going to shine? Did anybody get a steal in this draft?
Yeah, absolutely. Teams.
First of all, did the Wizards make the right pick?
Yes. Yeah, they made the right pick. AJ DeBosa was the right pick. For me, I'm looking at this. I know you said take out the top 4, but I got to mention this team in the top 4, and then I'll go under the top 4. After the top 4. I love what the Chicago Bulls did. You drafted Caleb Wilson with the 4 pick. I think he might be I think he's the best player in this draft. Then you get him with Dalen Swain, a young athletic guard/forward wing type player that can kind of do everything. I'm going to give a shout out to the Sacramento Kings. I love what they did. They drafted the best small guard in the draft, Darius Aycliffe at number 7. And they got Alex Caravan. He went to UConn. I still have nightmares from him. Trust me. I still have nightmares. He just made a 3 against Duke. He just did. He's a shooter. You add him to Nick Clifford. You add him to Keegan Murray. Now they still have some bonus. Zach LaVine opted into his $50 million. This will be his last season there. So Sacramento, I'm not saying Sacramento going to make the playoffs, but I can see their young nucleus. Once these old guys fizzled out and they get rid of them, I can see the young nucleus coming. Also, another team that I like. Listen, let me take these off real quick. Can I get my own camera? Is that okay? I just need a minute of your time. Is that okay? Can I get a minute of your time?
I got it. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
There it is.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Cool. Sam Presti should not be allowed to draft no more. No more. Like, this shit is cheating. He should not be allowed to draft ever again. Like, the man, we know what he did at the last OKC team. Man, this man drafted Adormar at 12. Okay, 7-3. We know why he drafted him. They lost in the Western Conference Finals to some guy. I don't even know who that is. Then at number 16, they went and got the best pick and roll guard in the pick and roll point guard in the NBA. Pick and roll point guard in college. He's learning from the best pick and roll point guard in the NBA, Ben Sturz. Cool. Then in the second round, they drafted Otega Oweh. You like, I heard that name. The same Oweh that signed with the Washington Commanders. Yeah, that's his brother. Cool. Now, if you ain't watched Kentucky play, let me tell you who Otega Oweh remind me of, but he got a better offensive game. Who he's built like. Lou Dort. If you are an up-and-coming general manager or you a team that's trying to come up, I will hire somebody to just sit next to Sam Presti. And for example, if Sam Presti look at the TV, I'm asking what he looking at. If he look at the floor, what's on the floor? If you look at the sky, what you see up at the sky? If you look at the gray cloud, you see gray, you see white, you see, I don't give a damn what you see. What do you see? I'm asking everything you can see. Sam Presti is cheating. He is cheating immensely. He is cheating. That brother is talented at drafting players and putting the right players around. Oklahoma City, man, come on, man. Come on. The Spurs, I shout out to my team. I think they did well, too. Sam Presti, come on, man. He'll keep you up every day of the night, every day of the week, man. This brother knows what he's doing. Sam Presti can draft a great player blindfolded.
All right, Josh, take it, plug it up and take it. We got to get out of here. I got a flight to catch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We all do. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stick around and keep watching. The Tuesday Night Flight is up next here on the Sideline Junkie Podcast Network. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out episode 90, the best sports show out, highly opinionated. We have the great Dr. Brittany Ballantyne on. She's a physical therapist. She had a career in dancing as well. She has her own thing coming up with Dance with My Father Luncheon. So you guys take a look at that. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. That man had a great interview with her. Me and JG break down what's going on in the NBA. So check out episode 90, highly opinionated. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, X. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
All right, Leroy.
All right, that was the day to the 8-year-old, Josh. All right, bro. It's time to get out of here. And before we leave, put the camera on me.
Oh, okay. Oh, geez. Is that going to be a new thing now?
No,
You stole my thing.
I am asking the basketball guards to please, basketball guards, do not let LeBron James come play with my guy, Steph Curry. Can y'all do that for me, please? That's all. He can go. I can accept him coming to the Wizards. Just don't let him come to Golden State and play with this guy right here. Thank you, basketball guards. All right, y'all, it's time to go. Thank you, Josh, for coming on. Thanks for Brian with the Y coming on. We leave you like we always leave you, whether you like it or don't like it. Learn to love it because it's the best thing going. For Josh, for the Fly Guy, it's your favorite on the Sideline Junkie Podcast Network. You have just watched Unapologetic Sports, and we will see you back next week.